The fans are long gone from Scottsdale Stadium, but there is still a buzz that can be felt from when Justin Verlander towed the rubber and pitched to Giants hitters for the first time this spring. This was a big deal here in camp. Logan Webb, the ace, one of the several guys that rounded behind the mound just to get a glimpse of JV taking on the heart of the order. And Heliot Ramos immediately earned some bragging rights on his new teammate when he connected for a home run. No, I cannot repeat what Justin Verlander's reaction was, but here's what Ramos had to say.
It's crazy. I can say I got a Hall of Famer in the books.
Did you know it right off the bat?
Yeah, for sure.
What his reaction kind of mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it means everything. I know it's live, but at the end of the day, it's a good experience to face guys like that.
Justin Verlander's intensity still there. Listen, if you robbed Fort Knox, you probably still wouldn't have as much cash as the LA Dodgers. And after an offseason where it seemed like they signed every single player, are the Giants concerned? Is there Dodger talk in here? I mean,
No, we're not worried about them. We're worried about orange and black.
Grant McCray doesn't seem too bothered, but it's hard to overlook all of the Dodgers' signings. From Blake Snell to Roki Sasaki to Tanner Scott, they've upped their pitching and brought back good hitters in Teoscar Hernandez and Tommy Edman.
Let's get ready to run this thing back next year, too!
At some point this offseason, did you kind of look and go like, got the Dodgers signed another guy?
Well, I think everybody thought that. But you know what? The rivalry is what it is regardless. This just kind of adds to it a little bit.
The rivalry wasn't really much of one last year. The Dodgers were 9-4 against San Francisco, and their team only got better this offseason.
You have any sort of social media, like you hear it, you see it, it's hard to miss, but it doesn't really matter who they sign. Like, they're still our biggest rival. We still want to beat them every single time.
Do you roll your eyes when you get the notifications, or you go on Twitter and you're like, God, they signed another guy?
You know, there's not much I can do about that, but, you know, it makes you feel a way about it.
On top of the new additions, don't forget about Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and all the other all-stars that litter their clubhouse.
Yeah, it's crazy what they've done, how much money they're spending, whatever, but we can still win games. It's baseball. It's not. You can have the best players in the world, and sometimes they're going to have bad games.
Despite LA's spending, the Giants lack no confidence, and they can't if they're looking to break up a dynasty that has 2 World Series titles since their last win in 2014.
To be the best, you got to beat the best. You got to play everybody. You're going to have to beat everybody once it comes playoff time. So, you know, we'll get to see them early before we hopefully have to beat them late.
Bob Melvin has been around the game a while. He remembers the Giants' World Series teams, and maybe we can learn something from them.
The Dodgers have always probably signed more players than the Giants have. Even in 10, 12, 14, there wasn't a ton of free agent signings, and I think the Dodgers have always been kind of in the forefront of that. But it is what it is.
Even with all the money that LA has deferred, the Giants are still at $156 million behind them in payroll. However, that number is completely judged on how many wins you have in October.
Well, I say, the bigger they are, the sweeter it is when they fall, right?
That's right, Ryan. It makes a louder sound.